fight's not over.
Stop the fight!
People.
Everybody, I come here for everybody. Kill everybody. I'm the champ. I'm the king. Kill everybody. Ah!
Sup guys, it is Lane here with Brook Bets, giving you all of our bets for Lewis versus Spivak. What's up, Carson?
What's going on? Let's run through it.
Yeah, we got a shady card for betting, in my opinion. You know, I've looked at some of the over-unders and nothing looks too sharp, but we'll give you what we think is best here. We got 5.75 units on the line, try to win about 4.27. First bet, we got Charles Johnson versus Zhalgas Zhumagulov. I'm taking Charles Johnson here at a pretty good line. Very good defensive grappling. I mean, you saw it with Muhammad Mokaev, could get up whenever he wanted. And that's kind of what Zhalgas' game is. It's to push people up against the fence and try to get the fence pressure to take them down or just get slight strikes on them. And I think that Charles' game is just going to be a little bit too ahead for him with his boxing. And I like his footwork across the outside of the octagon, too, to make Zhalgas miss and hopefully him hit. It could be a sweaty decision, but I still like him here. Going into parlays, I got a parlay here of Jack Della Maddalena versus Danny Roberts. I got Jack at a pretty late line, but he feels like such a easy pick here that I'm not too worried about it. In my opinion, if you have any straight bets, I mean, I could easily just put Maddalena with Johnson as a parlay as well, because I think he's kind of the center point of parlays for this card. He should be able just to outbox Danny Roberts, get him out of there. And then the other pick I got is Miles Johns to beat Vince Morales. I think his power, his wrestling, it could get pretty sweaty if Johns gets tired and can't find a finish, and Morales could keep moving forward on him, and if he eats those shots, it could get nerve-wracking for Johns, but I'll take him here as the better wrestler and more powerful fighter, and I think he's going to probably get that knockout. Prop bets and parlays, you got your Andre Fialho bet?
Yeah, Fialho and Salikhov under 2.5. I think this fight's probably going to end in a knockout in rounds 1 or 2. I mean, it's pretty much a 50-50 fight on who will find the knockout here, but yeah, I see this ending in a knockout in rounds 1 or 2.
Yeah, small cage. Fialho is kind of just coming forward at people. He did it with Jake Matthews. He did it with Cameron Van Camp. He's done it with pretty much everyone he's fought coming into the UFC here. So I expect that as well. Salikhov might move backwards a lot in this fight. And hopefully he counter-strikes Fialho pretty well, although Fialho likes to counter-strike himself. Next one, playing Jack Della Maddalena by KO. The line is destroyed for this, but like again, how can you trust some of these UFC newcomers like Brady Hiestand? I mean, he looks like a quality fighter, but you never know. I mean, Ricky Turcios looked really good in his first fight, and we bet on him, and he looked awful. He looked good on his tough fights, but I gotta take just Jack's KO here. It is just kind of a destroyed line, but it kind of is all I see from this fight is just Jack picking apart Roberts until he finds a knockout. Roberts was hurt by Trinaldo a ton in their fight. I expect probably a first round knockout, but I'd rather not sweat if it's in the first round or not. I would rather just take this as a 3-round KO somewhere in that range. And then to polish it off, doing Kennedy, Njeku, and Ian Tutalaba under 2.5. Tutalaba's been finished and finishes in the early rounds, and hopefully Kennedy fights a little bit higher of a pace. I mean, against Nikolai Negamarianu, he was going pretty slow with his striking, even though he could have probably knocked out Nikolai earlier or got rid of him and won that fight. And I expect Tutalaba to come straight forward, go for the takedowns, and either tire himself out and Kennedy finds a finish, or Cutelaba finds a finish early. So one of those two outcomes. And then also...
Yeah, Cutelaba a first-round fighter, so, I mean, he'll either win in the first round or gas himself out and probably lose in one or two.
Yeah, and Kennedy's a lot bigger. Like, he's one of the... Like, I said it in the breakdown video. He's one of the biggest guys in light heavyweight, and Cutelaba, he could definitely get him to the ground, but, like, controlling somebody that big is going to be very tough to do as well. And next, with that, we have Derrick Lewis and Sergey Spivak under 2.5 rounds. I would expect if Spivak gets this to the ground in round 1, he'll do a shit ton of ground and pound, probably go to round 2 and find a finish off of just repetitive strikes. And you always can fall back on Derrick Lewis's power to finish the fight at any point. So it feels kind of a safe spot there. And that's the polishing off bet with 1 unit. So these are the bets for Lewis versus Spivak. Like I said, a shaky card. I was looking at like the under 2.5 in the Johns Morales fight, but also just a little bit nervous. Also the under 2.5 in the Brady Hiestand Fernie Garcia fight, but I just feel like Brady doesn't have the most polished striking for that to happen. Any other spots you thought of in this event?
I think Johnson and Zhumagulov over 2.5, but that line was a little high for my liking. You'd have to parlay it with something, but I do like that line, or do like the play.
Yeah, and
I think Zhumagulov heads to a decision in most of his fights.
He eats a shot pretty well. He got knocked out by Mandel Kopp, but that's the guy people get knocked out by. So, but again, a sketchy card. If you know your shit, you know your shit. Maybe you'll make some money on it, but we're trying to take the risk-free route on this one. We don't have any plus odds plays, but hopefully we win 3 or more of these and make it a pretty nice positive night. So, yeah, these are the bets, and peace.
Peace.
I know. It doesn't matter from the trenches. I'm built like this. Don't doubt me, I couldn't do it. The all said I couldn't do it. Look at me now. 11